Goodness. Hi everyone. Right now we are on the way to the Medica Bridge to participate in the SAFRA and Army Half Marathon. This race is a half marathon, basically is 21.1 kilometers long. We will actually run along some landmarks in Singapore, including the East Coast Park, with the finish point being at the National Stadium in Singapore. Without further ado, let's go. Woo!
You gotta see those hands up in the air.
You want to say hi?
Put your hands up in the air. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just set off. The estimated time back at the National Stadium, I predict around 0745 local time. Meanwhile, when the weather is really cool and windy, I'll just enjoy the run and the scenery, and I'll actually explain to you some of the landmarks that we will pass by in the run. Right now, we are at about 2 kilometer mark of the half marathon. You can see the sign on my left, and if you look to my right, there's actually the stands, temporary stands rather, and part of the route that we are running on is actually going to be converted into F1 track, because next month Singapore is going to host the F1 Grand Prix. If I remember correctly, that's going to be between 13 to 15 September or 13 to 19 September. As long as it's a weekend between 13 and 19 September, as far as I can remember correctly. And you can hear the cheerleaders cheering us, and behind me is a water stop. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just entered the Gardens by the Bay. We have also passed the 5 kilometer mark of the half marathon. I just want to highlight to you that there's going to be an important hydration stop at the 6 kilometer mark. That's where there will be the first isotonic drink stop, and they also will give bananas. So this is actually something that I'll be looking out for. This is something that will really motivate me, especially bananas. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just entered East Coast Park. We also passed the 9 kilometer mark of the half marathon. So I just want to show you how East Coast Park is in the early morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to make a U-turn ahead The U-turn, I'm going to show you. We have ran more than 12 kilometers of the run right now, and we have already passed the 6 water stations. I'm hoping that the next water station at 14-kilometer mark will have bananas and isotonic drink.
Plus.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just left the East Coast Park. We are going under the Benjamin Sheares Bridge, which is right in front of me. Soon we are going to run the last 3 to 4 kilometers of the run. You can tell from my expression how I feel. Personally, I'm looking forward to the finish point because of the majestic structure. Goodness sake, goodness sake, goodness sake. Right now we are at Tanjong Ru. You can see behind me is the Benjamin Sheares Bridge and the Singapore Flyer. Very soon we will be seeing the iconic Singapore Sports Hub, especially the National Stadium with the dome. Ladies and gentlemen, we have left Tanjong Ru and we have just passed the 20-kilometer mark of the half marathon. Woohoo! So we are left with a final 1.1 kilometers. Okay, what's most important for me is to see the race off safely and without leg cramps or any injuries or whatsoever. Okay, let's go. Woohoo! Ladies and gentlemen, and now for the exciting moment, I'm going to show you soon. You look in front of me, we are going to run into the National Stadium. That means the finish point is very near. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
kilometers, activity time, 2 hours, 55 minutes, 38 seconds.
Yes! Yes!
440
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just completed the run. I am going to show you how the event plaza is from the stands of the National Stadium. So as you can see, it's very happening. There is some tire competition, and there are also look like some gym equipment. I think there's also a play area and a massage booth all in front of me. I'm actually happy to complete the run without any muscle cramps or whatsoever, which is actually good news. But right now, let me rest for a while before I make a long journey back home. Overall, when it comes to the SAFRA and the Army half marathon, so this is also the first half marathon that I did not experience any muscle cramps along the way. Generally, I find that when it comes to the positioning of the water stations, it's like every 2 kilometers along the route, which is actually, they spare a lot of thought for the runners. Not only that, they at about 10-12 kilometers, 16 kilometers mark where the rest point is, there is actually also a muscle rub station to soothe the leg muscles. So they actually take a muscle spray and then go and spray on your legs. Also, one thing they emphasize on a lot is on the safety, which you can see that at some of the water points that there are also volunteers that actually spray the mist over the participants as the participants pass through the gantries, so as to cool down the participants from the heat. So this is actually a very thoughtful measure by the organizers. Lastly, I also want to highlight that this is the cheapest half marathon that I have attended. So for a 21.1 kilometer run, I only need to pay 20 Singapore dollars. So that is less than 1 Singapore dollar per kilometer run. So very likely next time I'm going to participate in the similar event next year. With that, we have come to the end of this video, and do remember to like and subscribe my YouTube channel if you like my video. Will my next adventure be at home or away, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.